Hi, guys. As you see, we started this little series and we try to talk each one of them one by one to explain as much as possible that when we talk about not just stress, when we talk about some glands, how the glands works. We will have a talk about hormones one by one as we continue. Please bear with me. Again, because I'm new on this one, it's very difficult for me to just pay attention to this camera compared when you don't have the audience. Now, as you see on my background of the screen, this is the gland that practically responsible for many things in life. There are many glands involved. They talk to each other. They are the messenger again. But this gland is very important in our stress response and practically does a lot of other things if you have it. One example, if you will, you go to a hospital or to the doctor and you have inflammation, asthma, or even MS. They give him a steroid. And practically, if you are one of them, pay attention to these slides as continues for the next three YouTube talk. You understand that how it's very important this steroid pathway is. That's why they give you steroid. Let's start with this gland. On the side of me, as you see, the gland, I made an example of this. The outer zone account for to 80% to 90% of the gland and secrete the corticosteroids, or commonly called the steroids. Then cortisol and DHAs are very important. We're going to talk about it later. As you see, the inner zone or the medulla comprise to 10 to 20% of the gland and secrete the catecholamine, epinephrine or norepinephrine. Some of these hormones, they are precursor of the other ones. DHEA, for example, is a precursor of the other hormones in the steroid pathway. Stress is very important. According to Dr. Gabor Mate, stress doesn't start. Usually start before the 3 years of age and during the pregnancy. He says, stress creates dis-ease. So dis-ease process is not an entity. And when you say, I have asthma, I have this, I have that, is not an entity. It's a process that manifests itself, he says, as you call it MS, ALS, cancer, asthma, just name it, any other things that is out there. Then Mate says that when you factor in stress, his pregnant mother was experiencing and the stress he endured as a baby born during the wartime in Germany and Holocaust. He had a major trauma. And there is evidence that early trauma and exposure to the so-called toxic stress can have devastating impact on a child's biological development. What happens? He says, what happened to you in the first 3 years or 4 years of age? The most profound influence on how you are going to be for the rest of your life. Those powerful, influential, they are not written on stone, can be changed. He says rather than inherited disease, attention deficit disorder is a reversible impairment and a developmental delay with origins in infancy. It is rooted in multi-generational family stress, disturbed social condition in a stress society like us, which we are industrial. He also believes the trauma may many of us suffer in childhood, sometimes unwittingly, caused by loving parents, will ultimately chart the path we take as an unhappy adult. Whether that means addiction, mental health problems, or failing relationships. Addiction comes in variety. Workaholic, drugs in any ways, prescription or non-prescription, food, weight gain, depression eating, smoking, alcohol, shopaholic, gambling, sex, power, love even can be addictive. Then emotional stress is a major cause of physical illness, from cancer to immune condition and many other chronic diseases. The brain and the body system process emotion are intimately connected with the hormonal apparatus, the nervous system, especially the immune system. Dr. Mate have a book named When the Body Say No, which is the relationship the mind and the body is presenting. Now, stress causes hormonal changes. Then for example, how can a zebra be hunted by a lion and then minutes later drink from the same watering hole? Then what lions are we running from? What are our lions that we're running away constantly and stressing about it? And the difference is we continue talking about it or continue to stress about it and even dream about it, believe it or not. Is it your lion is bad diet? Financial problem is bad lion? Your lion? Relationship problem that you're running from? Work toxicity? Or just you're doing too much exercise? Then how you react to stress, it depends on the two systems that we carry, sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is a fight and flight. We want to fight, we want to run, go for our life. Then parasympathetic, we want to whine, we want to dine, and we're going to relax. Then if you are which one dominant or which one you constantly, your system is using, if it's sympathetic, you have a stomach problem, cold sweat, loose stool, body racing, and incomplete digestion. If you're a parasympathetic person, slow pulse, tear and saliva increases, restless leg at night, low back pain, and histamine activity, which is mostly allergy. Thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe for more upcoming videos.